For the longest time, I used to believe that being alone was something to be avoided. Like, silence was awkward, and solitude was something only the lonely endured. But somewhere along the way, I realized being alone isn't a weakness. It's a superpower. And today, I want to talk to you not as a motivational speaker, not as some guru, but as someone who has lived through it. Someone who's learned that the most profound growth often happens not in the noise of the world, but in the quiet of your own mind. Let me take you back to a moment. A few years ago, life got loud. Not just literally phones ringing, people talking, obligations piling up, but mentally. I was constantly surrounded, yet I felt like I was losing myself in the crowd. So I did something I hadn't done in a long time. I unplugged. Not permanently, not dramatically. I didn't disappear into the mountains, though, trust me, the idea was tempting. I just started spending time alone without distractions. No music, no phone, just me, my thoughts, and silence. At first, it was uncomfortable, like sitting in a room with a stranger. But over time, that stranger became my best friend. Because here's the truth. Solitude is where clarity lives. It's where you start hearing your own voice beneath all the noise of who you're supposed to be, or what the world expects of you. When you're alone, you notice things. You reflect. You ask better questions. And if you're brave enough, you find answers. I've learned more about myself in silent mornings than I ever did in busy rooms. I've faced insecurities head on. I've reconnected with old dreams I thought I'd outgrown. And I found peace not because everything was perfect, but because I finally paused long enough to listen. Think about it. We charge our phones when they're drained, right? But when do we recharge? When do we give ourselves the permission to just be without performing, explaining, or reacting? We live in a world that equates being busy with being valuable. But some of the wisest, most grounded people I know are those who embrace solitude, not because they're antisocial, not because they're hiding, but because they know who they are, and they found that out by spending time alone. Solitude isn't isolation, it's introspection. It's not about pushing people away, it's about coming back to yourself, so you can show up better for others. And listen, if the idea of being alone scares you, that's okay. That just means there's something inside you that's asking to be heard. Don't run from it. Sit with it. Get curious, because within that discomfort lies your growth. So, here's what I want to leave you with. Spend 10 minutes today, just 10 without distractions. No phone, no music, no talking. Just you and your thoughts. Journal if you need to. Walk in silence. Breathe. Let yourself be. You'll be amazed at what you discover. And remember, you are not lonely because you're alone. You are powerful because you've chosen to sit.